Welcome back to Podcast Picture Stories. Today's episode brings us to an article about Mr. T being dropped by CW Bicycles and then being basically picked up by Boss Racing all in the same year. Wow, busy year. So anyway, things happen. We move on to Nashville, Tennessee, where I won the 17 expert class, and this was the Murray World Cup. So that was a big event, for the era. And most people, that was on their calendar as something to win, much like South Carolina right now for a lot of the amateurs. And then here we move on to Oregon and kick some butt there with some pretty big names in the article. And Mr. T on Boss, and looks like Kevin Hall GT in second. So yeah, good weekend there. And then here's some Pro Cruiser action. Yeah, not sure where this is. Oh, there we go, Lake Elsinore. So I'm looking through the camera and trying to read the article, so it kind of throws me off. I guess I should have pre-read everything, but like I say, it's been a while. It's kind of cool just going through it raw. So here we go. Owner of Boss Racing. Had some medical issues lately as of April 2025. Seems to be doing a little bit better. So, he's in his 80s now, so things happen. We move up, and just some basic shots, clips out of some random magazines. Different looks at different times, but still pretty much kind of the same. So, Cecil, well, that's me on the inside, and Cecil in second. Not sure, Redline's probably, I don't know, that's a number one. I'm not sure who would have been number one back then. But Tanette, Cecil, and Alex Dameron, Moby Dick Bike Shop. And then I'm going to flip the camera real quick. And then we're going to go to an article back in the day. Tanette goes into one of my first number ones. And then we move into the mountain bike era. So, occupation, cyclist, hometown, Silicon Valley, Palo Alto. Been cycling since the age of 10, dual slalom. Basically finished national number 5 my first year racing mountain bikes. We open it back up and, kind of a... There it is. So I was doing some work for Reebok. The tennis shoe company. They were trying to get into mountain biking. So I have Reeboks, these Outback mountain bike boots and tights and sweatshirt and helmet and stuff. Even the gloves are Reebok. So anyway, anything that pays money at those time, or that, that phase in cycling when you could still get paid for doing some basic advertisements. So anyway, this is just basically on who was pro in 96, so we can kind of go through it again. So we'll just kind of scan across, see if you recognize anyone. So there's the old wild man, and we'll scan back across nice and slow. A couple more people pop up. And we're going to drop down some Pro Cruiser action. And by this time, I was already eyeballing mountain biking, and they're kind of commenting on that. And I was winning quite a few Pro Cruiser races, and they were kind of debating whether or not I was going to retire completely from BMX and go full-time mountain biking or not, which ended up happening. I ended up going full-time mountain biking, so it was actually a pretty good decision for the time. Because the sport of racing, BMX, was the money had transitioned more into dirt jumping, king of the dirt, Tim Fuzzy Hall type of stuff. So mountain biking was perfect for us. Double A's that had already been in there quite a while. And the money was starting to dry up. So it was good timing. Todd Corbett, Mr. T, in second. And yeah. So then we go to a shot here. I believe this was Texas, Dallas, Texas or something. I doubled both days. pro. And so that wasn't a bad weekend. So anyway, that's about it. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you in the next episode of Picture Podcast.